Hello from Freedomtax Accounting. We are an accounting firm here in Florida where we have been providing quality tax and accounting services now for over 20 years. Today is Monday, August 10th, and we wanted to bring you up to date on events that happened during the weekend. Okay, this Saturday, August 8th, President Trump signed 4 executive orders providing relief for businesses and individuals during this coronavirus pandemic. Okay. Now, once again, we are recording this video on August 10th. We always emphasize the date because this news about stimulus package, PPP loans, SBA loans, it has been constantly changing. So there are things that we may discuss today that may change tomorrow. So that's the importance of subscribing to our channel because we're doing our best to bring you the latest and correct information relating this stimulus package, PPP loans, and EIDL loans as well. So basically, this Saturday, August 8th, the president signed 4 executive orders. The 4 of them are the following. The first one was an extension of federal unemployment supplement at $400 a week. The second executive order was a payroll tax holiday through December 31st of this year for employees earning less than $104,000 a year. The third executive order was to extend student loan relief through December 31st, and the fourth executive order was to find funds to prevent evictions for people who can't pay their rent or their homes. Now, let's discuss each one of them in detail. Well, now, even though he signed the executive order on Saturday, legal challenges are expected. Remember, executive orders are only effective if they are allowed to be enforced. A lot of people are expecting that Congress will rebuke these executive orders, plus, especially with the $400 unemployment benefit extension. Some states may not agree with that, so we still have to see what happens this week. But we still feel that this is a strategic move by the president to pressure Congress on reaching a deal. Why? For the past couple of weeks, Congress has been negotiating a new stimulus bill. They were supposed to come up with a deal last Friday, but they did not. So apparently, the president is making this move in order to put pressure on Congress to reach a deal, especially on the new stimulus check, and maybe both these, the stimulus check and the PPP loan, may provide further help, financial help for individuals and small businesses during this coronavirus pandemic. Now, the first executive order that was signed was for eviction, a moratorium for eviction. Basically, this executive order makes it possible for the government to look for funds in other programs and reallocate those funds in order to prevent evictions for foreclosures or people who owe rent and help them that they do not get evicted from their homes. Okay. Now, this eviction moratorium was included on the CARES Act back in March, but that expired on July 24th. So that's why the president wanted to sign this executive order. Once again, we feel it's to put pressure on Congress to make this happen and to protect the millions of renters and homeowners that may not be able to pay their rent or their homes and prevent them from being evicted. The second executive order was to protect student loans. Basically, this executive order extends deferments and waivers all student loan payments and interest on loans held by the Department of Education until the end of the year. Now, if you have a student loan with a private bank, this may not apply to you. These are for student loans that are held by the Department of Education. Once again, this was also included on the CARES Act, that for people who had to pay student loans, you could hold off on payments, and that will not count against you. And also the freezing of interest, because even if you're not paying the student loans, in the past, interest do accrue. With the executive order, the interest are also going to be freezed. So this will help a lot of people who owe on their student loans, and now they don't have to pay it back. They don't have to fear that it's going to affect their credit. Okay. Now, the third executive order was that the president signed a $400 per week federal unemployment benefit. Now, this is a topic of a lot of controversy, and basically a lot of the reasons Congress did not have a deal was especially they could not reach an agreement on this topic. The CARES Act provided a $600 federal unemployment relief by every week, but that ended on July 31st. And basically, the president signed this order to extend that federal unemployment aid, but now bringing it down to $400 a week. Now, the executive order does say that the federal government will cover 75% of this aid, and that the states will cover 25% of the $400. Basically, the federal government is going to provide $300, and the states have to put the extra $100. This is controversial because we feel a lot of the states are not going to agree with this. They may even sue the president because they feel the president doesn't have the power to do that. But we're just going to have to wait and see what happens this week. Okay. The executive order says that the claimants would be able to claim the $400 retroactively from the week of unemployment ending on August 1st. Okay. And also, this memo says that this unemployment benefit of $400 per week is till the end of the year. Now, this is very unclear because if you read the memo, they're basically taking funds from another disaster program, and that has approximately like $44 billion in that fund. And when you do the math, if $400 per week extends to the end of the year, there's not so much funds to cover everyone that's on unemployment till the end of the year. Realistically, people are foreseeing that this unemployment should last maybe 5 to 6 weeks. But once again, this is maybe just a power play from the president to push Congress into reaching a longer term deal. Now, the fourth executive order is the payroll tax holiday. This is the one that is going to have at least all our accounting clients this week with a lot of questions. We even have a lot of questions as accountants because the payroll tax, at the end of the day, is the responsibility of the employer to collect this payroll tax and send it to the government. Basically, this payroll tax holiday that the president signed into executive order suspends the collection of payroll taxes starting September 1st until the end of the year for employees that make less than $2,000 per week or $104,000 a year. Now, important to know that this is a deferment on the payroll tax. This does not cancel payment. That means that in the future, this may have to be paid back. Now, the president did say in the press conference on Saturday that eventually they will come up with a way to terminate or cancel this payment in the future. But this is not guaranteed. So don't feel that they're canceling this tax away from you. As of today, the executive order only says that it is going to be deferred. Deferment means that maybe you don't have to pay it now, but you will have to pay it back in the future. Once again, the president said that they may cancel them at some point in the future, at some point. Okay, now what does this payroll tax holiday mean for you? How much money will the payroll tax holiday save you? Well, remember, from every paycheck, your employer withheld 7.65% of your wages. That is subtracted from your paycheck to fund Social Security and Medicaid. Basically 6.2% of your paycheck is subtracted from your check for Social Security and 1.45% for Medicare. Now, remember that your employer also has to match whatever they withheld, okay? But basically, under the executive order, that 7.65% will not be taken out of your paycheck for people who make less than $2,000 a week. This move automatically gives employees an automatic 7.65% raise on their paycheck. So you should get a bigger paycheck when this is implemented. But remember, according to the executive order, this is a deferment. This is not eliminated. So at some point, you may have to pay this money back, which a lot of employers may not even implement this because at the end of the day, they are the ones responsible for sending this to the government. And some employers may not want to get a big tax bill later on. Okay, but we still, even though the president did sign the executive order, we still need guidance from Treasury and the IRS as business owners to see how is this going to be implemented. In the payroll, we will run maybe this week. So once again, if you're a business owner, Treasury and the IRS should come out with guidance this week to see how is this going to be implemented and when is it going to start. So what will happen next after these executive orders? Basically, we want to remind everyone these are only executive orders. Congress may come back and rebuke some of them. The states may come back and rebuke some of them. So once again, this is not final. This is just a step forward into maybe getting more aid. But we would recommend not to make decisions yet until details are finalized and they come down, especially from Treasury and the IRS, to see when the payroll tax is going to be implemented and how. So we feel this is going to be a very interesting week in Congress, negotiating with the White House to see how are these executive orders going to be implemented. Okay, but we just wanted to let you know this is the latest from the White House and the latest with the stimulus bill. I want to thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe to our channel. We are doing our best to bring you the latest information with the stimulus package and all the SBA federal loans for small businesses. Like this video if you think it is going to help other individuals get the correct information. Remember that we are praying for you. We're praying for your family. We're praying for your business. God bless you. This is our contact information. We are doing our best to answer all the questions you may have in the comments section of our videos. Now remember, if you ask us a very detailed information about your case, our CPA or accounting license doesn't allow us to answer that question in detail there. So just reach out to us so we can give you a more detailed consultation about your case. Okay. If you do not know us, we are part of Freedom Group. We are a group of 4 companies where we have the accounting firm, we have an immigration law firm, we have a real estate business, and we also have an insurance and financial planning company. So we can help you in many, many ways. Even though our accounting firm is in Florida, we are authorized by the federal government to provide tax and accounting services to individuals and small businesses in all 50 US states. So we can help you in many ways. Once again, this is our contact information. We hope this has been of value to you. Like this video, share it, subscribe to our channel. And once again, this is going to be a very interesting week after these executive orders. So we're just going to have to wait are the executive orders going to be implemented. Thank you. Have a great day. God bless you. Bye.